all know this, video is a big deal, and it's only growing. There's a lot of video content out there, very fragmented world. You know, HBO Go, Netflix, Meerkat, Snapchat, YouTube, Facebook. There's a growth in video, but measurement hasn't kept up. So there's no one out there who's measuring all that content, what works, what doesn't, what's trending, and that's the gap that Tubular aims to fill. And give you the data you need to create the right content, distribute on the right platform. You'll see that we basically are the largest data resource. We're powering video intelligence, and that's enabling you to create better content strategy, distribution strategy, paid marketing, finding influencers, connecting with influencers, all these things that data are important for, Tubular powers. We work with about 100 enterprise customers, brands, media companies, video platforms. A lot of you are in the room, Mattel, Pepsi, Activision, Warner Brothers. It's been fun catching up with customers, and we're excited to work with so many of you across the video ecosystem. Today we're tracking 30+ platforms, so it's not just YouTube data, it's Facebook, Instagram, Vine. You know, it's a cross-platform universe, as Stephanie from Style Hall was saying this morning. It's not just about one platform, it's about how do you build your presence cross-platform. So interesting trend is this democratization of video creation. Anyone's a video creator. So now, you know, NBC has the same power as someone in their basement in Kansas. Anybody can create content and get it seen by an audience. And so what does that mean for brands and media companies? How do you stand out in this crowded universe? How do you create content that resonates with fans when fans are getting to choose the type of content they want to watch? It's not just platform proliferation, it's creator proliferation. So you actually have 2.5 million individual publishers on YouTube alone, and 1,200 of them have over 1 million subscribers. There's 20,000 brands, that's pretty crowded. Some of them do really well, some of them don't. What's your strategy? How do you use data to create the right kind of content and get seen? And there's a couple different strategies out there.
We are a digital studio. Our investors, as the introduction said, are Ron Howard, Brian Grazer, and Discovery Communications. And we're really focused on scripted originals for digital audiences. And so these are action adventures, they're dramas, they're comedies. We have produced exactly 25 pilots in the last 18 months. And luckily, we've sold 17 of those into series. And we're really proud of that stat. I'm excited about this panel because we use Tubular a lot in our business, and we talked about this, prior to this conversation. You should probably charge us for more license seats. We use Tubular both in our development process and then in our analytics process. So in our development process, we're casting from these social networks, and we need a data source that can validate some of our creative assumptions and add on to them. And so we use Tubular to find new talent, and then we use a Tubular to kind of cast additional talent for our projects. Our business model is really on funding pilots and funding proofs of concept. We put them up on the channels of the creators that are in our pilots, and we found that we saw a 150% increase in views on our stuff versus things that are in the channel, and a 33% increase in shares, likes, and comments. And so we see our new form scripted content performing or outperforming basically everything else that's in the channel.
It's not just taking influencers and putting them into the content that they typically create. It's taking influencers and giving them creative license to make something that's even better or that's different. So for example, we see on YouTube, brands get about 1% engagement on average, and YouTube stars get on average about 6% engagement. And with new form, the content they're creating gets 9% engagement.
Right, our creative assumptions are basically that, one, YouTubers, Instagrammers, Vimeo, and Viners, these influencers are the actors, writers, directors of tomorrow, and we're starting to really see that play out from the quality of the creative. And two, we're starting to see that the audience will stick around for a 15-minute pilot that's shot on their page, and they'll comment and they'll like and they'll share, and that's what these numbers kind of bear out. Part of what our thesis is that influencers bring their audience, right? And everyone here throughout the day talked a lot about this, but when we talk to distributors, they think about how much they're spending in production and how much they're spending in something like P&A to market their product. And they look at a studio like ours and they say, wow, we can leverage kind of that entire social footprint to market around the productions that we're working with you guys on.
Also, 80% of a brand's content is in video is UGC generated. It's not generated by the brand itself. So can you find those people who are already talking about you? What are they saying? Can you give them products to help them and be a part of the story? And so there's a lot of interesting things. People can use it for optimizing paid promotion or for tracking and benchmarking. A lot of different things to do, but we find that everybody is looking for intelligence, and we're out there to try and give it to them.